Alright, hey guys, Pax, welcome back to another Pokemon Pocket video. As the title states, it's going to be a Rayquaza EX, the free-to-play Rayquaza EX deck showcase. And we have the Mad Lad right here. Wasn't really expecting him. I feel like nobody was expecting him to come out, but hey, all for him. He's very much welcome to be in this game. And we have Rayquaza right here. Very fun. I like the gimmick. And this card has a lot of synergy with a lot of decks, especially like fire and water. But yeah, there's a card right here, Rayquaza EX, HP of 140, pretty low, but we shall see how he plays. Colorless, of course. Draco Meteor. This is very similar to Wugtrio EX as well as Dragonite's attack. Essentially, you do a randomized 40 damage 4 times around the whole board, doing a total of 160 damage, but again, it's randomized, so ideally this card is the most powerful if your opponent has only one Pokemon, because if your opponent only has one Pokemon, you're doing a guaranteed 160 damage to that said Pokemon. If you guys are curious on how to get the free-to-play Rayquaza, pretty straightforward. There's a drop event right here, and if you look at the promo packs, you have a chance of getting Rayquaza EX from the promo pack. Additionally, there is a secret rare art, as you can see here. It's from the missions right here. These missions will last for 28 days, and yeah, pretty straightforward. Win 50 battles and you can get them. Essentially, yeah, a guaranteed and free EX. I'm all for it. I'm really liking this. Just giving us a lot of content, which is much expected and much appreciated. But yeah, here's a kind of overview of the deck right here. The Civil Offender himself. This guy, we need a Deoxys card, man. I remember as a kid, the movie with him versus Deoxys was so hype. Like, again, Deoxys is still one of my favorite Pokemon. Definitely one of the best mythicals. One of the most unique, but yeah, this is a deck right here. This guy could run in a lot of decks. Like, yeah, with him, like, you could pair him with, like, Moltres, good support. Here, as you can see, Manaphy. I decided to go with this deck because Greninja is pretty nice. Because this guy is all about RNG when you do damage. Whereas Greninja, his ability, Water Shuriken, you just do 20 damage to whatever. So that 20 damage theoretically win you the game or it could lose you. So yeah, just kind of bring a little bit order to this chaos. This freaking chaos card. But yeah, this is the deck right here. Again, Rare Candies, pairing this with Greninja because, yeah, dude. Rare Candies, if you guys don't know what this is, it's a game changer. Like, this is definitely one of the best cards they've added. Like, I feel like in all these sets, they're pretty good with adding like very meta changing cards. Like, if you think Spacetime Smackdown, they added Cyrus. This card, this set, they added Rare Candies. Very prominent. But yeah, this is a deck right here. We also have Elima, which it does act kind of like a Rayquaza support. Put one of your colorless Pokemon that has damage on it into your hand. If this Rayquaza is kind of low, this is amazing because you could just like swap him out so that your opponent doesn't get a point. With that being said, like, don't sleep on Greninja's attack because in total he can do 80 damage, which is pretty decent. It's pretty nice. But ideally, yeah, early game you want Manaphy out. Towards mid game, get Rayquaza out, do some damage. And then at the end, towards late game, Greninja hopefully can sweep everyone. But yeah, if you guys are new to my channel, I make Pokemon Pocket content pretty much daily. Really liking the game. They added a lot of stuff and yeah, I'm all for it. Very hyped so far currently in this game. And with that being said, I consider liking and subscribing so that you don't miss out on Pokemon Pocket content. But yeah, let's get right into it. So how these deck showcases usually go, there's going to be at least 3 battles. The first one's a solo battle just to get the feel of the deck. And the next 2 are PvP. And yeah, let's get right into it. All right, here we are onto the solo battle. Okay, this is very interesting. Okay, we do have Froakie out. We are going against the Rayquaza EX drop event. Just because why not? Another very similar deck. Okay, this isn't the worst hand. Yeah, you're probably gonna run this a lot. So if you want, you could add X-Speed instead of like Pokemon Communication or even Elima. But okay, this is pretty good as well because next turn, Greninja can just be super offensive. Doing 180 damage is still a lot. Okay, we could Iono, but you know what? Fuck yeah, I'm just gonna be super aggressive. This is the other side of the deck right here. Super offensive. And second turn, again, this guy is insane. I'm just gonna damage this Froakie because yeah, just maximizing damage. Greninja just one-shotting this Manaphy right here. Just yeah, this is, gosh, dude, Rare Candies is just, it's so good. It buffs so many stage 2 cards. And like, yeah, it is really meta changing, especially when the meta was kind of shifting towards like basic EXs. Basic EXs are fucked now. Like Oricorio, like the lightning one, because I know his ability pretty much makes it so he's unaffected by EXs overall. Like any damage towards EXs, he is unaffected from. So it's pretty insane. But okay, yeah, this is pretty straightforward. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this in because you might run into this a lot. But yeah, this is we also have Irida. So I mean, fuck yeah, I might as well. At this point, yeah, I might as well, dude. I could Irida, but I'm gonna just Iono just to give me a little bit of luck. Also help my opponent a little bit as well. Damn, look at that. Rayquaza is out. Froakie is out as well. And then I have Greninja here. Next turn, if I get a rare candy, yeah, I can do 100 damage. So yeah, I don't know why this guy is so small, but this is pretty nice. Just gonna feed this guy just in case. Yeah, Rayquaza's just here just to chill, man. He's cool. He's an interesting free-to-play. Probably the most powerful, in my opinion, when it comes to free-to-play. Like, definitely. But as you can see, Greninja can cook. And I feel like in ranked and as well as like in casual, you're gonna run into this. Like, your opponent's gonna get pretty bad luck with Manaphy. Oh, wow. Look at that. Holy crap. Okay, yeah. Rayquaza support, nice. Rare Candy, Greninja. Okay, we got 2 Greninjas now. So even if he kills his Greninja, I have another one out that's built. Like, look at this. And another 20. Like, look at that. Manaphy is low. You know what? I'm gonna give him one more turn. I am being generous. I'll give him one more turn because he can't do anything. He really can't. He has to Irida. Like, there's nothing he could do that would save him. This is pretty sad. I'm just bullying this innocent Manaphy right here. Okay, he does Irida. Okay. Yeah, this is depressing, man. This Manaphy is so scared. Okay, we got our Manaphy. Ours is built different, more superior. Okay, I'm just gonna start feeding this guy. All right, one more turn. I'll give you one more turn to live, and then I'm putting you out of your misery. I probably should do it right now, but yeah, this Manaphy has gone through a lot, man. Those eyes, that's not a happy smile. That's the smile of like, I'm fucked. Like 10 HP, 2 Greninjas just throwing shurikens at him. All right, yeah, GG. Okay, yeah, water shuriken. Yeah, this deck is very fun. Rayquaza is cool, but Greninja is always superior. That damage is pretty nice, and look at that. Easy game. Alright, here we are in PvP battle. This is in casual because ranked is currently disabled at the moment. Interesting. Okay, so we might be fucked. And hands down, this is not good. This is the one downside of Rayquaza EX is that, like, yeah, he requires 4 energy, so if you get him out first, then yeah, you're pretty much fucked. You could add Leaf to this deck. Again, instead of Ilima, you could add Leaf. But I did want to add Ilima because it's kind of like an interesting support to pair with Rayquaza. You could debate if it's actually worth it running that, because I mean, your opponent doesn't get a point, but depending on your situation, you could just be fucked equally so. Okay, very interesting hand. I probably should have not placed both Froakies down, but this can work. This is alright. This is fine. This is not ideal. I'm feeding the Rayquaza. Let's see if we can get him to attack at least, please. It does seem kind of unlikely, but at the same time, this is good because Ninja can cook yet again. Holy crap. Okay, Rayquaza, I'm sorry. I know this is a Rayquaza EX deck showcase, but I mean, it is a deck showcase. I'm showcasing the whole deck. And yeah, Greninja is kind of taking the spotlight right here, but look at this. I can communication. This is a guaranteed. Actually, no, there's a high chance it can be another Greninja. Please, I would appreciate that. Amazing. Okay, so next turn I get 2 Greninjas out. Holy crap. Rare Candy. That guy's built for next turn. What am I looking at here? Like, holy crap. Like, look at this. Okay, this Rayquaza is most likely gonna die, so I'm just gonna start feeding this Greninja. Look at that. Let's do chip damage onto this Florigato. Next turn, I'm doing 100 damage. Granted, Rayquaza does have to die, but we do have Ilima, so hopefully Ilima could help us out. Because you could play it like this as well. Like, Rayquaza could be this pretty nice cannon fodder. You just pull Ilima to get him out, and then, yeah. Okay, he's gonna be at 10 HP. This is very scary, but Iono, okay, damn, okay, he's dead. Yeah, this is pretty unfortunate. Rip Rayquaza, but he did a job. He stood his ground, and look at this. Both Greninjas are pretty much fed, and right now I'm just gonna do chip damage onto this Meowscarada right here. This is nice. This is amazing. Like, yeah, dude, doing 100 damage next turn guaranteed. So he has the Erica. If he doesn't Erica, I get an insane advantage. Okay, he does. Damn, he does Shaman. Okay, we do pull up Manaphy. That's pretty nice, but at this point, it's kind of awkward because, yeah, he does need one more point because he killed Rayquaza. So, of course, we're just going to do this. Okay, I'm going to be super aggressive right here. Yeah, okay, so I'm just going to Water Shuriken. I could Water Shuriken this Meowscarada, but I'm going to focus on this. Yeah, I'm going to focus on this Shaman because if I keep on doing that, this Meowscarada is basically dead next turn unless he Ericas. If he does, then I might have to, like, attack, use Water Shuriken. But next turn, theoretically, okay, he does heal. I can use both my Water Shurikens to one-shot that Shaman, so that's pretty huge value. But keep in mind, I still have 0 points, so we are currently at a disadvantage. We do have Irida, so Irida could help us out a little bit. Damn, okay, Team Rocket Grunt could fuck us up. No, but he doesn't. Okay, this is great. So he does an Erica, which is amazing. He's gonna attack, yeah. Very scary, but at the same time, we'll see it. He might have a Rare Candy. It's kind of scary because he might be running that. And if that's the case, then Sprigatito can just go crazy. But for now, this is nice. So we got Giant Cape, might as well. Why not? To maximize Irida, I'm just going to do this. And then next turn, I'm just going to Irida, and then that would heal me immensely. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, yeah, it's kind of, again, maximizing this. I don't think there's no way this Greninja in the back can die next turn. So yeah, that's Water Shurikening that Shaman. Poor Shaman, but yeah, fuck that support. hate you with a passion. Okay, yeah, I pretty much won. Okay, so I attack right here. Next turn, he has to evolve into Meowscarada. Otherwise, I pretty much won. Okay, so he does Sabrina. It doesn't matter because, I mean, this guy can't really one-shot. Like, yeah, okay, yeah. He's kind of desperate. Look at that. Lorita, take it away, ma'am. Look at that. Healing up. There's nothing he can really do. It's pretty much GG. Again, 100 damage is insane. Like, yeah, Rare Candy is an insane buff for Greninja. With that being said, yeah, this is a... I want to see more play for Rayquaza. Pretty poor performance, but at the same time, this is how you kind of want to play him. Like, he is pretty good cannon fodder for Greninja, as you can see. Okay, here we are on to our next battle, going against Young Master Dan. Fucking dirty Dan right here. We do have 2 Froakies, Pokeball guaranteed. Actually, not guaranteed, but we do need... Fuck you, man. We just needed... Oh my gosh, dude. Everything was perfect until... Okay, this is a minor setback, but okay, for now... yeah, end our turn. Gosh, yeah, kind of a blue ball, because we were pretty much set if we could get that Rayquaza. Please, give me a Rayquaza. Hey, what's up, man? Kind of late to the party, but you're finally here. Okay, this is perfect, because look at that. Rare Candy. Yeah, this is... the more I use this deck, the more I'm like... I feel like Rayquaza isn't the perfect fit for this deck. Like, that's the thing about Rayquaza. He's good for free to play, yeah, but there, in my opinion, there are better cards. I'll say this later on at the end, but you could replace Rayquaza with like Origin Form Palkia, pure non-EX deck, and a lot of potential. Because I mean, yeah, this guy building up is pretty hard. Takes a while, but his damage is kind of RNG. I feel like Origin Form Palkia is more consistent. Okay, this is not okay. This is kind of scary. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. Okay, so ideally the game plan right here is pretty much we're gonna... Okay, yeah. Manaphy's probably gonna die in a couple turns. Actually, fuck, he might die next turn. Actually, no, he's not. Okay, he's not gonna die, most likely. Yeah, Manaphy dies. We sub in Greninja. Greninja does chip damage, tanks a little bit, dies. Then Rayquaza sweeps, and hopefully we can just basically kill most of his Pokemon by then. Okay, yeah, so Giratina just being cannon fodder. He could sub a Giratina next turn. Oh, yes, this is ideal. So now we just need a Rare Candy. He's getting Haunter out, so he might get Gengar. I have no idea what just happened right there. I had a stroke. He might get Gengar next turn, and Gengar EX does shut down supporter cards, but at this point, we're pretty much set. We don't really need any stinking supporters. Okay, for now, I'm just gonna do this. You gotta kind of... Yeah, you have to kind of like calculate this a little bit, because keep in mind, Rayquaza does like 40 damage intervals. So, okay, if I hit this guy 3 times, he's dead. Before, I had to hit him 4 times, now he's 3 times. So right now, Oceanic Gift. And yeah, this is perfect. Key-wise, we are pretty much set. This is ideally what you want. Yeah, Manaphy, even if Manaphy dies next turn, subbing Greninja can do an insane amount of damage. And again, if I get Rare Candy, yeah, even better. Okay, yeah, he does sub in Gengar EX. Mewtwo is getting out very scary because he can, in fact, one-shot Rayquaza, which is why we're just going to keep Greninja here. Yeah, so Manaphy is dead. Greninja, you go ham on this Mewtwo. Fuck this Mewtwo up. Oh yeah, keep in mind Gengar EX has to be in the active spot. So yeah, to preface this research, thank you very much. Hey, okay. Okay, we pretty much... Okay, we got all the basic cards out. Rare Candy, yes. Okay, yeah, dude, holy crap. We are going to be extremely offensive right here. Look at this. 100 damage onto Greninja. This is kind of scary because all his Pokemon are rather bulky. Keep in mind, yeah, Gengar, 170 HP, meaning that it kind of hinders Rayquaza's ability because, I mean, it is randomized, so he might not kill when he uses that, but this helps a little bit. Okay, this is... I could probably calculate that a lot better, but this is fine. Okay, Mewtwo taking a lot of damage next turn. He has to basically sub him out or heal him. Oh, shit. Okay, he has Lunala out. Kind of scary, but, I mean, his ability... Okay, he uses ability. Oh, okay, I see. I see what he's doing. Damn, okay, this is... Okay, on the bright side, okay, he has no more key. So, okay, Rayquaza, you're out. Yeah, this is perfect. Okay, yeah, this kind of giant caping Rayquaza. This is where he cooks. This is where he just goes apeshit. Greninja, I'm going to water shuriken this Mewtwo. So, Rayquaza, you just have to hit Mewtwo once. Just hit him once, just punch him, he's dead, and then he just goes crazy. This is a massacre waiting to happen. As long as Mewtwo dies. Perfect, okay! Yeah, okay, so now he can't really do much. He has 1 energy next turn. Yeah, Lunala is an interesting support, but at the same time, like, look at this. What can he do? Oh, okay, that's what he can do. Team Rocket Grunt. Surely this won't work, right? Yes, okay, thank you. Thank you for deck showcase purposes. Thank you very much, because that could have just ruined everything. Like, it would have made everything super painful. But for now, okay, and next turn, Gengar is built because of this guy's support. Basically, a Dawn. That's like a Pocket Dawn. But, okay, this is... Okay, I just have to kill one of these guys. So this is pretty nice. As well as... Yeah, Gengar is interesting, but he only does 100 damage, so he can't really one-shot anybody here. I can't use supporters, but at this point, like, he pulled them out way too fast. Like, way too late. I just said two completely different things, but yeah, that's... Yeah, dude, he can't really do much. I'm just gonna do this. Draco Meteor. I just need a... Okay, all RNG? Holy fuck, man. This Rayquaza... Okay, this Rayquaza fucking hates that Gengar with a passion. Holy... Again, randomized, but... Yeah, 160 damage onto that Gengar. This guy is very fun. Like, yeah, he's essentially a better Dragonite and debatably better Wugtrio. And yeah, he's definitely the best drop event card in my opinion. But yeah, that's the Rayquaza EX deck showcase. Yeah, this deck is very fun to use. And this card equally so. Again, I feel like out of all the other drop EXs, sure, there's a couple full arts, which I mean, there are basically just reprints, but this guy... Yeah, when it comes to unique drop event abilities, I feel like this is one of the best, if not the best, like especially with the EXs. When it comes to EX drop events, this is the best, like hands down. Like the other ones, like what are there? Like Cresselia EX, it's not that good. Same thing with Lapras EX. Like who remembers Lapras, dude? I bet you most of you guys don't even remember. I think this was the first drop event. But yeah, Lapras EX right here. Yeah, very forgotten, and his ability pretty outdated. But yeah, this guy. Very fun deck. But overall, okay, the card overall, I'd probably rate this a B tier card. Like, it's very fun, but it's very RNG dependent, and those 4 energy, like, it does take a while. This deck overall, I'd probably rate it B+, because it could be better. Like, again, instead of Rayquaza, you could run Origin Form Palkia, and this guy benefits from Manaphy as well, so that's already a huge dub. As well as only requiring 3 energy. His damage is relatively consistent. Like, again, you have to get heads to get maximum damage, but in my opinion, like, in my experience, I've been getting a lot of head. Don't take that out of context, but yeah, that was the deck showcase. Overall, I feel like in rank, this guy won't be as viable, but if you want a very fun deck to use, either on like drop events, it's like a very casual deck and fun deck to use, I would invest in this deck. This deck is pretty fun. And regardless, like, if you're thinking of investing in Greninja, I still suggest you do, because this guy is insane. He's going to be huge in the meta for foreseeable future. Like, again, that 20 damage is pretty nice. Doing 80 damage, potentially, as you can see in this video, 100 damage is pretty nice for a non-EX. And again, being able to attack basically anywhere opponent's bench Pokemon, always welcomed. But yeah, that's the Rayquaza EX deck showcase. Hopefully you guys found this kind of informative and a little bit entertaining. I tried to be entertaining. I'm currently just losing myself because of hunger. Also didn't get much sleep, but yeah, this is yeah, the freaking Pokemon Pocket grind is going crazy. A very fun deck. Very fun deck, hands down. But yeah, it's the deck showcase. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Be sure to drop a like if you want more and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.